Hey folks, survival or bushcraft is a topic that's often forgotten about nowadays, except for by a very small, I guess, part of the population. A lot of times everybody's relying so much on technology these days that they forget about some of the simple things, that can potentially save their lives. We did a little bit of research, and on average it appears there's about 2,000 people that are lost within the U.S. annually in the wilderness. Now that could be from any wide variety of different reasons. It could be they go out on a hike, they're hunting, running the trap line, biking, ATVing, whatever the case may be. 2,000 is a pretty small number, but of that, there are a percentage of those that don't make it back. And I think a lot of that's because of the elements. So if you can take anything from this video and from the future videos that we're going to be putting out here every Tuesday in our 2-Minute Tuesday segments on survival, any little bit of information that you guys can pick up, that'd be potentially be a lifesaver, and it's a good deal. So today we're going to talk about starting a fire, and one of the simple ways of doing it. If you get your lighter or your matches and stuff wet, with the exception of obviously waterproof matches, they're typically shot for quite some time. Whereas if you get yourself a Ziploc bag and you've got yourself some jute twine, that's all I'm running right here is just a little 1 pound thing of jute twine. I'll have the link down below for this, and then the link down below for the Light My Fire steel that I use. All it is really a magnesium rod with a striker. You strike, it makes that spark. Now what I like about this is if this gets wet, you just wipe it off and it dries off rather quickly. The twine itself, if this gets damp, once it's dry again as well, you'll be able to use it, whereas your lighters or matches still may not potentially work. Now what's different is you've got two different pieces of twine here. They're cut to the same length. This is just plain twine, nothing on it. And this is the one that I'm recommending that you guys all do. And this is about 50% dipped in wax. So you'll get yourself some wax melted down, and you'll dip the bottom half of this in it, and then you'll let it dry and harden, and you're good to go. Now, you can do both methods. You can do it plain as is, or you can do it with wax. But I think here in a couple of seconds, you'll figure out rather quickly why I prefer the waxed method. So either way, you still have to break open the fibers. You've got to get to it to where it's as thin as, typically about your human hair, because that's what's going to be catching the flame. And that's ultimately what's going to start to burn first. So you just open it up like so, and then see if you can even see this. I might have to lower my camera just a little bit. You'll see that. Move this one out of the way. It'll catch, it'll start to burn. You'll be able to have a little bit of time to get some twigs and stuff on there. You can even open it up a little more if you have to help. But ultimately, you're going to find out really quickly that that's not going to burn as long as this one will, which this one's kind of making a liar out of me a little bit because it's a little bit thicker. I opened it up a little bit more. But either way, the little bit of wax that's on here is going to help partially waterproof it, but then it also acts as a fuel. So just think of your normal candle. You open this up, get it to where you need it to be. And once this starts to actually burn into the wax, you're going to find out that this will burn for a very long time. I've got a bit of a cold and a little bit of smoke in here, so I apologize for that. Hopefully next week I won't have this cold for the next portion of this series. But you'll also find out that it's a lot cleaner burn. Nice steady flame, decent height. It's hot as is. So I mean, even if you're getting to this point just for something to warm your hands up with, you'd be able to get your hands in here and start warming them up right away. Or This will be the time you'll start piling on little pieces of kindling, little sticks and stuff like that, or other stuff that burns to help get your fire going. I'm gonna let this burn just a little bit longer, and you'll see that it's only barely halfway right now, but you got to remember that the wax is only started off at about the halfway mark, so it's basically just starting on the wax portion of it. So it's still got a very long way to go. I would keep the camera on this, but I don't plan on having you guys sit here and watch a flame for the next half hour. But it takes quite a while nonetheless, and I think it'd be more than enough to be able to get some sticks started and you have yourself a nice warm fire in no time. So if you like this quick little tip, give it a like, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any more of our 2 Minute Tuesday series that's going to be starting basically right now. Every Tuesday, a quick, hopefully I'll try to stick to 2 minutes, even though this is probably over 6 or 7 right now as is. But I'll try to stick to a few minutes time frame where we'll go over something short and simple, easy to remember, easy to learn, and cheap, inexpensive options and stuff for being able to save your life someday or that of a friend. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next Tuesday.